Welcome everyone to Gamer Melt. Today, Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, Intel's talking trash, AMD's releasing a full new lineup of GPUs, AMD did something pretty messed up, and the worst possible news you could think of. Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, while this isn't really hardware news, it's definitely big, like really big. Microsoft just announced that they're planning to acquire Activision Blizzard for a whopping $95 a share, which brings the price to an unbelievable $68.7 billion, and they're paying in cash. This would actually make Microsoft the third largest gaming company by revenue, and it would put them in charge of a ton of games. We're talking Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and more. Now, the current CEO of Activision Blizzard will maintain his position, but it'll be under Phil Spencer, so things will definitely change. Maybe it'll be a good thing though. I mean, Blizzard has definitely lost a lot of favor with gamers.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
And Activision never really had it to begin with, so it could be a good step in the right direction. Time, as always, will tell. But first, if you're looking for the ultimate solution for your business, trust the place I used for my first ever PC build with today's sponsor, Micro Center. Every tech lover's heaven. I mean, they've got everything. I'm talking motherboards, cases, CPUs, and more. And they recently launched their new lineup of business solutions. From getting an Intel or AMD based pre-built workstation to customizing your own server or workstation, Micro Center has an answer no matter the size of your business. And with over 40 years of experience with the most sophisticated technologies in the world, Micro Center can help you with whatever your business needs are. Their systems are ready to tackle any task, from complex simulations to detailed renderings. Basically, there's no better place to go for your server or workstation needs. Not only that, but I've partnered with Micro Center to bring new customers a free 240GB SSD with no purchase necessary. Just visit the link in the description and pick yours up today. Next up, Intel is talking some serious trash to AMD. In a new video published on LinkedIn by Intel's own CEO, Pat Gelsinger, he thanks everyone for a great 2021, goes over some of the achievements by the company, and gives everyone 11 things that stand out to him in 2021. But during the video, he actually says this.
All of a sudden, boom, we are back in the game. AMD in the rearview mirror and clients, and never again will they be in the windshield. We are just leading the market.
Wow. Talk about a serious jab seemingly out of nowhere. He says never again will AMD be in the windshield. I mean, it looked like they at least partially hopped in the front with their Ryzen 5800X 3D, but obviously that's just for gaming. Still, given Intel's giant budget, the fact that AMD ever saw the front is just sad for Intel. If anything, I'd say they need to be a bit humble, especially given AMD's roadmap, but I guess they have some big plans. We shall see if they truly live up to this remark. Of course, if they don't, this little video will undoubtedly come back to haunt him. Next up, it looks like AMD is in fact planning to release a full new lineup of GPUs. According to a new post by Video Cards, a leaker on the ChipHell forum claims that new cards based on Navi 21 and Navi 22 are set to launch in the second quarter of this year. So far, they're potentially coming with faster 18GB per second memory, but hopefully they're also based on the new 6nm process that AMD's new mobile GPUs are based on. As Video Cards suggests, these would probably add a 50 to the name, like a 6850 XT, 6750 XT, etc. Either way, this is the second leak we've seen on this, so it's definitely looking more and more accurate. Next up for today, AMD just did something that's pretty messed up. For those who don't know, the RX 6500 XT officially launched today, and while it's currently out of stock, it seemed to have been there for at least a little while. With that said, day one stock looks to have been delayed, likely after the Chinese New Year, which we heard in this leak. Then again, you may not even want one given the reviews. As I mentioned before, it looks like the PCI Express 4.0 x4 really hampers it if you don't have a PCI Express 4.0 motherboard, because it just ends up running PCI Express 3.0 x4, which ultimately bottlenecks the GPU. Here it flat destroys the card's performance. Basically, the 6500 XT is a pretty big fail. In light of this, AMD has done the unthinkable. Just before launch, they actually hid a blog post that they made back in June 2020, which highlighted the importance of gaming with more than 4 GB of VRAM. Of course, it wasn't a coincidence that just that one post was taken down before AMD released a card with 4 GB of GDDR6. Now, they have since put the post back up, but that was obviously due to the intense backlash from Kit Guru's post, who were the first to report on what AMD did. Basically, you know it's bad when a company has to remove their old marketing because their new stuff is literally worse. Just sad. And lastly for today, I've got terrible news. And while I genuinely wish this wasn't a thing, I guess I'll get right to it. According to a new report from DigiTimes and later reported by Tom's Hardware, AMD, Nvidia, and Intel are expected to raise prices on their CPUs and GPUs this year. According to the report, it's due to rising foundry costs with an increase expected up to a whopping 20%. So this wouldn't be some small jump. TSMC has allegedly raised its quotes by 10 to 20% already, and that's for new and old nodes starting this year. Pretty much all of AMD's GPUs and CPUs will be affected, along with Nvidia's next-gen GPUs. Intel shouldn't be affected too much, though they are so reported to raise prices for various reasons. Basically, just about everything could see a steep price increase in 2022. And I don't know, I know it's ultimately thanks to the pandemic, but eventually PC gamers are going to have enough. And that really sucks, because PC gaming is such an amazing hobby. Of course, this will likely hit the console before long as well. I guess my only hope is that the report is wrong, but we've heard about TSMC raising prices before, so it's definitely not looking good. So while that does it for today, what do you think about new price increases? And what about AMD removing that post? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.